Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Championship caliber team, JJ Redick introduced as Lakers' new coach. JJ Redick was introduced Monday as the Lakers' new coach, quipping about his well-documented lack of prior coaching experience, but insisting he is committed to being a teacher of players and delivering a championship caliber team. Redick's only coaching experience was with his son's youth team. I have never coached in the NBA before. I don't know if you guys have heard that, Redick joked after he was introduced by Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka at the team's El Segundo training facility, drawing chuckles from some of the gathered media. My motivations for doing this, it starts with a very simple foundation of service. I think about the greatest moments, especially towards the end of my career, was about helping players, and so it starts with the desire to serve players, to serve the Lakers organization, to serve our fans. It's also about competition and performance. Collaboration. Leadership. These are the things that drive me, and they will all be important as I build out my staff. ESPN reported Thursday that the team signed Redick to a 4-year contract, following meetings with owner Jeannie Buss and Pelinka. Pelinka said that after meeting with Redick, it was very evident that he had a unique perspective and philosophy on basketball and how it's to be taught. We shared a basketball philosophy that was very similar, and it was based on high-level strategy, Pelinka said. It was based on a certain way of communicating with players and teaching them, and probably most importantly, prioritizing player development. It became evident that one of JJ's passions was bring some of the incredible things he's done in basketball thinking and in basketball content to player development. I think that's going to be something that's really exciting for our fans to see how we take a new and unique approach of Lakers excellence with player development and combining that with high-level strategy and high-level attention to detail on the basketball court with how we play, with how we're organized, how we compete and ultimately how we win. Redick said he understands the expectations that come with the job, saying the Lakers have some of the most passionate fans around the world. And the expectation is a championship, and so it's my job, it's our staff's job, it's Rob's job, it's all of us to deliver a championship caliber team. That's what I signed up for, he said. Following a 15-season NBA playing career with 6 teams, including the Clippers, Redick became an analyst with ESPN in 2021 and was promoted to its lead team in February after the departure of Doc Rivers to become the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. Redick was a pioneer of podcasting. In 2016, he became the second active player with a podcast, following NFL linebacker A.J. Hawk. Since March, he has hosted Mind the Game with Lakers star LeBron James. Redick was thought to be the front-runner from the start of the search to find a successor to Darvin Ham, who was fired May 3, 4 days after the Lakers season ended when they lost to the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the playoffs. The Miz delivers unhinged Bronny James, taken wild ESPN appearance. When it comes to Bronny James, it seems like everyone has a take on the former USC Hooper's NBA ceiling, from NBA pundits to fans all the way up to WWE's The Miz, who is set to host SummerSlam in Cleveland this weekend. Chopping it up with the fine folks on ESPN in a guest appearance on NBA Live, The Miz was asked if the Olympics are LeBron James' final chance to win a championship, to which he replied no, as the 2-time Grand Slam champion believes Bronny is going to take the Lakers to the promised land. Are you kidding me? Bronny James is in Los Angeles. Bronny James is taking the Lakers to the promised land. I actually wish that the Cavaliers drafted Bronny so that they could get LeBron, James, and then it would speeda, LeBron, Bronny, Garland, Mobley, and it would be amazing. And we'd go all the way to the NBA Finals, The Miz explained on ESPN. Bronny Jr. is taking them to the promised land. Do you think LeBron James, his dad, is going to allow anything less? Anything less? Absolutely not. Now what, you may ask, does The Miz know about basketball? Well, other than being a massive fan of the Cavs, he is also the owner of one of the greatest shots in NBA Celebrity All-Star Game history, even if it didn't ultimately count since it came in a second too late. Still, if he believes the younger James is going to become a legit star in Los Angeles capable of taking the team to a title this year as a rookie, well, he should probably stick to the squared circle, as he's better in the ring than at the NBA talent evaluation game. This is why The Miz was everyone's favorite wrestler growing up. Elsewhere in his stop at ESPN to promote SummerSlam, The Miz was asked to name the 5 NBA players he believes could shine in the WWE as a crossover star. An interesting ask, right? You bet, but The Miz, one of the best talkers in the business, didn't hesitate in making his picks, ripping off 5 players past and present who perfectly fit the bill. Number 5 is going to be Tyrese Haliburton. Why? Because after defeating the Knicks in the playoffs, he goes to Madison Square Garden and literally calls out Jalen Brunson. I mean, that is what it's all about right there. That's what people wanted to see, and let me tell you something, the guy got booed out of the building in Madison Square Garden, The Miz noted via Fadeaway World. Number 4 is LeBron James. He is my GOAT. Greatest of all time. Why, you may ask? Because he brought Cleveland a championship. He said, "Yo, I'm going to get you a championship, and I got you a championship." And he's going to bring home the gold for the Team USA this time in Paris. Now number 3, Draymond Green. Whether it is on his podcast or on the court, he is always creating controversy that you want to hear, that you want to see, and he's always entertaining. Got to love it. Lakers interested in dealing for Trailblazers forward, per report. The LA Lakers have been chewed up and spit out by the NBA rumor mill this offseason. Los Angeles has been searching for a player who would raise its ceiling toward championship contention, but it's failed in every pursuit thus far. General Manager Rob Pelinka is still working the phones as LeBron James and Anthony Davis try to win Team USA a gold medal in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, and the next player on his list who hasn't been crossed out yet plays a few states to the north. The Portland Trail Blazers have made their 2 best players available, and one of them may be a solid fit between the Lakers star duo. LA has reported interest in said player, although whether Pelinka can offer a package to tempt the Blazers into making a deal is once again a significant question. Portland is reportedly shopping Jerami Grant and Anthony Simons as it tries to tank its way to Cooper Flagg in the 2025 NBA Draft. According to Yahoo Sports' Jake Fisher, Hat Tip Hoops Hype, the Lakers could pursue Grant as an option to potentially raise their ceiling for the 2024-25 season. The Lakers have, I think, limited options of players who are actually available, who are difference makers that they could foreseeably go and acquire. To my knowledge, Jerami Grant is someone that's been on the radar. Grant has stealthily turned himself into a high-level starter in his 2 seasons with the Trail Blazers. The 30-year-old has averaged 20.7 points and 4.1 rebounds on 46/40/82 shooting splits during his time in Portland. He's shown that he can carry an offense when called upon, but he also played second and sometimes third fiddle to Damian Lillard and Simons when all 3 were healthy, proving he would hold significant value as a solid option behind James and Davis. Swinging a trade for Grant would make sense for the Lakers. The question is whether Pelinka will give up what the Blazers are asking for. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Jerami Grant? Leave your opinion in the comments.